Hey everyone, Nightlight9 here. Now that we are a couple days into the latest high difficulty content update, I want to give my thoughts and advice on both EX Sephiroth 3 and the Sephiroth Crash Battle. And my humble advice is this. If you're a free-to-play or light or casual spender, don't worry about trying to clear EX Sephiroth 3. Spend your time and energy on more productive things. Why? Because they weren't joking when they said high difficulty. I've personally tried around 25 to 30 times now, and I can't even get within striking distance of finishing the fight, even with a team that is roughly 150,000 combat power. Now, I'm not saying that you can't beat it. Obviously, I'm limited to the weapons and materia that I have, and you may have something more ideal. But I estimate that a large majority of free-to-play players just won't be able to beat this. And you know what? That's perfectly fine. You're only missing out on 200 crystals and a profile icon. Definitely not going to make or break your ability to clear content going forward. Now, you also may notice that I have it cleared, and I'll get to that later, but trust me, I cannot beat it. So what makes this fight so difficult? Well, nearly everything. For starters, you'll need over 6,000 HP on every character and a way to buff defense by at least mid-potency to whomever is being targeted by Octaslash. I'll show you what I mean. Watch what happens to Cloud. I see Octaslash charging, so I immediately jump over to Sephiroth to cast Solid Barrier for mid-potency defense buff. I'm then going to wait patiently before switching stances. Here it comes. And dead. Now, I know Cloud wasn't at full HP for that hit, but it wouldn't have mattered because if we go back and freeze time, we can see that Octaslash did 6,326 damage, and that's to a Cloud with 121 base defense plus mid-potency defense buff plus max defense command stance. And every single one of your team members needs to be able to survive a shot like this in order to clear this battle. You'll also need quite a bit of DPS to bring him down, as his weaknesses are short-lived. So you just need strong hitters. And then you also need either an insanely strong healer, or you'll need to run one healer and a backup secondary healer because he often does high single target DPS, closely followed by a high DPS AoE or another high single target DPS shot, often to the same target. Good luck with that. Now, let's face it, if one of your team members dies before he's down to his last 10% or so HP, you're not going to be able to win the fight. So, because of all of this, if you're free to play and don't have the optimal party to clear EX Sephiroth 3, just let it go. It's okay. One thing I will point out though is that I have encountered the same freeze glitch that I had with Shiva, and that's why I have this cleared. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, this is what it looks like. There's a random chance that after you sigil break him, he just never comes out of the interrupt. And then you can just DPS him down without having to worry about literally anything. And I can also tell you that this has happened to me 3 times against EX3 alone. And if you watch closely, I've compiled all 3 instances into one clip for this video. It also happened to me on 2 separate occasions during the Shiva fight. No idea why it happens or what causes it, but I thought it was only fair to address how I have the fight cleared when I clearly can't beat it. As for the Crash Battle, my thoughts are very simple. Aside from the icon and a handful of crystals, you're not missing out on anything by not clearing it. However, we all have a chance to get a really sweet reward of a cool 1,000 crystals if enough whales, other players, clear it. 100 players to be exact. Details about that are in the in-game notices. So rejoice in that and go back to getting those Barrett weapons. Also, make sure to subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching.